The Mishnah is a mem dal and aleph in Shabbos. So what does it say? Okay, so what yashan? So what does that mean?
That you can move a new candle or lantern, but not an old.
Okay, has it been lit?
Nope.
Okay, so I can move an unlit new candle, right, on Shabbos, right? Why? Rashi?
According to Rashi,
no, it's not ma'os. It's not disgusting. Okay, v'chazi. You reading the Mishnah?
Oh, we're not reading the first one actually.
No, metalta ner chadash. Look at the Rashi in the Mishnah.
I read the first Rashi.
V'chazi li'ishtamushe lahedja, delo dalak bo ner me'olam. So what does that mean? I'm really reading that. Okay, so why are you allowed to move that? Because it's not ma'os.
Yeah, because it's not like disgusting.
And it's never been lit before.
Yeah.
Avalo yashan. Next Rashi.
But not if it's old. The Muktzeh,
Machmas.
Miusu.
Okay, so why can't you move an old one?
Because it's Muktzeh
so it would appear that once you use a lantern one time, what happens to it? It becomes disgusting. Okay, we have to take that as a given. Oil gets all over the place. It's going to come up much later on. Actually, not much later, but the specifics behind that. What? Omer?
Alright.
Okay, so he holds you can move any lantern as long as it's not lit. Okay? Is that clear?
So lit on Shabbos?
Yeah, lit. No, I didn't light it on Shabbos. Before Shabbos, what would you do before Shabbos? You light a nair, right? That's the idea of narrow Shabbos too, but you light a candle before Shabbos, okay? I cannot move that lit candle on Shabbos. Why?
Because it's Klish Muktzeh.
No, he doesn't hold like that. Why? No, why according to Shimon? Because what's going to happen? If I walk around the candle on Shabbos, and I put it out, that's an isser. That's the third. You already had two options. You say Klish Muktzeh isser. It's not a Klish Muktzeh isser.
Yeah, because you might be led to do an isser.
Shami Chabe.
Why is that not an isser?
What does Klish Muktzeh isser mean?
The kli that you led to do something isser
with the kli, meaning if I take a power drill, if I move a power drill, what am I doing with it? I'm going to move it for what purpose? To do something productive. But why can't I move a lit candle on Shabbos? Not because I'm trying to do something productive with the candle. There's a concern. It is insofar as malacha is concerned. But my intention in moving it is not to put it out. It's going to be.
Malacha is predicated on.
No, we don't. It's a shema. We don't want the guy to put the candle out.
Exactly.
No. It's different. It's different because you'll see. Rosh Hashanah has no idea muktzah. It's not Klish Muktzeh isser. He has no idea like that. You'll see. Okay, but don't worry about Rosh Hashanah now. Look at the Gemara. Taner Rabbanan. Divrei Rabbi Yehuda. So who's Rabbi Yehuda line up like? Yehuda holds.
We haven't covered yet, right?
What? Nope. That's what we're going to cover today. Muktzah machmas mias. Why is it muktzah? Because it's mias. Okay. Okay. Next.
Meir Omer.
So what does he hold?
That Shema. Yeah.
There's no function in Shabbos.
Look at Rashi. Okay. Chutz min haner shidlika.
Adolik Shabbos. No. Chutz min haner shidlika. V'afagav shekava.
Asar. So even when it goes out, okay. Again, I lit my lantern before Shabbos. How long is it going to last for? 6 hours. Okay. It goes out. According to Rameir, can I move it? No. Why? Rashi says. Okay, so what does he have? Rameir holds muktzah, machmas, isser, right? One second. What question do you have to immediately ask on that? Cannot move a lit lantern on Shabbos. Why not? John, put your phone away. Why not?
Who shita are you going according to?
Every shita. Everyone holds.
No, but who shita are you going according to? Why not? Who shita are you going?
They all. 1 second. Just one step at a time. Okay? No, it doesn't matter what shita. Everybody holds this to be true.
No, for the same reason though.
For the same reason. Everyone holds when this thing is lit, you can't move it for what reason?
You might come to extinguish it.
Let's go, and well, I was saying in conceptual order, right? Why can't you move it?
Carry it, it's gonna blow out.
Thank you, okay? Shema Yichabe.
Right, who knows that?
Everyone.
Everyone holds that.
I thought it was.
What?
You wouldn't hold you can't move for the Mios.
No, but there's no Mias issue here.
Why?
Because it's lit.
A lit cal.
Lit, fired, lit.
Good. So the lit takes away the Mios factor.
There's nothing to talk about. When is, okay, I knew this was going to be difficult. When does it become Mias?
After it's extinct.
After the light goes out.
That's my question.
Right. Because
What's me?
what makes it Mias after? Why? How do we know? Does it mean that it could still be disgusting while the candle's lit?
Why wouldn't
Of course it can be. But what's the but why do we care? Because you can't move the candle. Because Shem Yechabe. There's no reason to discuss oil dripping all over it. I mean, there is an issue for Muktzeh, but there's no issue to discuss Mias because I can't move the Kli.
And it's also Muktzeh.
No,
Yeah.
not yet. No, you're jumping too far. We don't care about Mias. The Mias is only what's the case in the Gemara? The Gemara's case is where the Mishnah's case is what? It's an unlit lantern that's Mias, right? It's not lit, and I can't move it on Shabbos, right? Why would the Mishnah not present a case of a lit candle and say it's Mias? Because you can't move a lit candle because a lit candle is Shamei Chabe.
So everyone holds Mishra Mikhail.
Correct. You can't. That everyone holds when that thing is lit. There's no reason to talk about Mias. I'm not. By the way, I'm leaving the door open slightly. Okay. But for now, there's no reason to talk about Mias. Does everyone understand that? Please, this is not that difficult of a point. Lit lantern. Lit. I don't want to call it candle. A lit lantern. I cannot move that on Shabbos because if I move it, what are we afraid of? The candle will go out. Okay. So now, what's the next logical step to take? Therefore, there is an isser what in that object. An isser tiltal. Don't say muktzeh yet. Okay. There's an isser tiltal. It's not. It doesn't. At this point, it doesn't stem from muktzeh. It's not a muktzeh idea. It's not that. What does muktzeh mean? Come on, we got to know these terms by now. No, what does muktzeh mean? What does it mean to be? What?
It's not Klishma.
No, that's fancy, but no. Just the term.
You like fancy now.
Like hooks what? It's set aside, right? This isn't because it's set aside. There's no setting aside here. The thing right now is defined as what? As something that I cannot move because if I move it, it's going to lead me to be over an isser. Okay? That's not a muktzeh idea yet.
That's the lit candle.
With that in mind, okay, now let's apply the two. Again, is this clear to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Robert, you know.
Take a spoon. A spoon is a what? Klisha makal heter. Okay? That's a primary idea. Now, these can come along and do what to the spoon?
Make it.
Make a muktzah. But is it affecting its normative specific function? No.
The normative usage is still.
Oh, hold on.
It's still Klisha makal heter.
Same stuff with the lantern, even though carrying around is Klishma Mikhail. So even under the first, let's say under the first definition of.
Well, okay, Isaac's making a good step. Isaac's saying that what do we clearly see from here? That normally you would think there's something intrinsic in the Kli that gives it its quality of muktzah, but now we're seeing something even external to it. But you got to get better than that, okay? Because what you first have to do is you have to unify Isser and Mias before you can divide them, because they're both emerging from Machmas. How do you unify them? What do they both have in common? Okay, pick one, Mias or Isser. Yes, John. It's getting even better. Okay, say it again. Even better. But you're getting there.
People will relate to it as an external quality that changes the way that people.
Right. So people will relate to it differently now. Okay. You get one more step. So what does that tell us? Yes.
Thus to be taken.
What? Say it again. Say it again.
Because people are relating to this object as being disgusting, they're not going to want to use it for any other function, and thus it's going to be taken out of its general functionality.
Meaning what? Meaning I was going to put it all together, but you guys are saying very good.
Lanterns?
No, you're saying no. It's like this. In other words, this is still, again, intrinsically this is still a bottle, regardless if it has feces on it or not. Okay, right? This is always a bottle. It's always a klisha makal heter. It's a bottle, right? Is that clear? What is the feces doing now?
Changing our view relate to it.
Oh, that's exactly what he said.
I know, I'm saying.
Good job, Parrot. But what does that mean, though? You're right. Go further. So what has that done now? What has that done? So now when you said external, you're right, but you get a little better than that. What's it doing? What is it doing insofar as my usage of the Kli? So very simple. It's right, which means that a circumstance has emerged that's an impediment in my normative usage of the Kli.
Who cares? You can use it so beautiful.
No, you wouldn't use the Kli. No, you don't get. Mias means, what does Mias mean? I won't use the Kli for anything. Nothing. If this thing is covered top to bottom with feces, guess what? I'm not using that kli for anything. The feces comes along, and what does it do? It creates an impediment in usage of the kli. And any usage. What if I clean it off on Shabbos?
What?
What if I clean it off on Shabbos? What if I did that?
But we said, I think we're applying the same thing to the candle.
What was that?
This inherent objective.
Just answer the question. What if I clean off the feces on Shabbos?
I still wouldn't have it.
It's still muktzah. No, even though the mius is gone. Why?
Well, it's still disgusting.
We'll have to explain. Why? No, it's not discussing anymore. What does machmas mean? Machmas means now, what happened by machmas? That's why the mius case is a better case to describe, but the isser case is beautiful conceptually. What have you done with isser? What does isser now do? It's the same concept. What has it now done? It's an external... What? Better than that. It's created. It's a circumstance that now exists in the usage of the kli that's preventing me to do what now? To use the kli. I can't. 1 second. I cannot use the kli once the lantern is lit.
Why?
I can't. Why? Because why? Because it's an isser tiltal. Because it's shemi chava.
So Shemi Chavez will create the lack of usage.
Exactly. There's that. That's what's amazing. Shemi chava takes this out of what?
Out of
Usage.
Movable objects.
Right. So now that's what machmas isser means. Muktzah machmas isser means that now I have a circumstance has presented itself that creates an impediment in the usage of the kli. Now there's two ways you can.
Why is there an initial layer? Why is it?
Developed right now is we showed what the idea of machmas is. Machmas means there's a circumstance that emerges that creates an impediment in the normative, in the usage of the kli. That's if it's a circumstance. So 1 second. Why is the status of muktzah not dependent then on the presence of the circumstance? So yes. So if they change, meaning what? Meaning I clean off the feces or
It's no longer lit.
it's no longer lit. Right? What's changed? That's the next step you have to define. You understand? The question a different way. You have to work out a method to describe how it is, okay? How it is that why I'm not able to move this after the impediment's been removed. So if it's an impediment, right, the second I remove it, I should be able to move it. I remove the impediment, I should be able to move the kli. So therefore, how do you look at muktzah machmas isser? How do you answer that question? Simple question. Say that, what have I now done with the impediment before Shabbos? What's now taking place? Forget if I did it or not. What's now taking place?
What do you mean?
Let's use the case of the candle, okay? When I light a candle,
That's not
okay?
the piece of
No, there's a lantern, okay? I light the lantern before Shabbos. Now, what have I now done? Or what's now happened?
There is a fire coming out of the
Your
lantern.
dust that it won't be useful for you. Yeah, you won't be able to go on Shabbos.
Right, okay? 1 second. So now, what does that do? Now, here's the key move. It's very simple. What does it do to the kli then?
It turns it into a lit object.
It's a
It makes the
dinaklisha.
impediment an essential feature.
There you go, okay? It takes the impediment and it makes it an essential feature of the kli. That's what muktzah machmas isser means. It means that, listen, John, just all you have to say is, can you please repeat that? Yes. What Rameir and Reuter are agreeing on is that the onset of Shabbos, when you have an impediment that would prevent the normative, that would prevent the usage of a kli that exists before Shabbos, and now Shabbos comes about, okay? Just make that simple for now. Forget if you did the Maisa, okay? There's another variable, but this bottle is filled with feces or the candle's lit before Shabbos. Either way, you know what you've now done? What you've now done is you've taken that impediment, that obstacle to usage of the kli, and now taken it and actually made it part of the very definition. I know, part of the very definition of kli itself. If it's defined that way, I can't move it on Shabbos. Okay. 1 second. And now you see something amazing. That's why I shut someone up before, but they were right. I just weren't ready for that. So now, how does Rameir Yehuda? Let's take Rameir. How does he look at the lantern when it gets lit? Right?
It's objectively disgusting.
No. Forget that. Isser.
The isser?
What?
It becomes the most
Right. In other words, that's now you can say that in his framework, of course, Shemi Chava is the reason why I couldn't move it initially. But if you all look at machmas isser, the moment Shabbos hits, what's now happened to this kli? It's been redefined now. So it's almost like it's redundant to say I can't move because Shemi Chava. You don't need that anymore. But you can't say that until you understand what muktzah machmas isser means.
Gotcha.
Okay? So again,
Why can't you change the definition on Shabbos?
the very idea of muktzah means that I'm now setting aside. If you hold this like muktzah, which Rabbi Yehuda holds, I'm setting aside something for a specific thing on Shabbos.
So why can't you?
That's what muktzah means.
Why
That's it, because that's it. That's what.
That's it, why?
Because that's the isser muktzah. Because that's how das is working here. If it was simply that I set aside, that means that circumstances can do what? Circumstances change, and therefore what? I should be able to use the object, right? But what they're saying is the chiddush you can hold like Rosh Shimon, who doesn't hold this idea. Rabbi Yehuda and Rameir are saying the chiddush is that what do I do before Shabbos? I'm actually taking that, whatever that circumstance is, and I'm saying it's not a bottle that has feces on it, but rather what is it now? Feces bottle. I changed its very identity. And guess what? As you'll soon see, my das has the means of creating or removing, negating, positing function in kalim left and right. Left and right. That's the power, so to speak, of muktzeh. Muktzeh is so powerful that it allows me to come along and take something, and which doesn't have a normative function of, let's say, using it as a paperweight, make it an usher paperweight on Shabbos. The next step, okay? We'll sort of the next step. There's Mias and Ner work differently. Why? Oh, excuse me, Mias and Isser work differently. Because by Isser, I do an action of lighting. Right now, what happens? I've done a Misa that's now set this Ner, this lantern, for specific restricted use on Shabbos, right? But Mias, I didn't pour feces on the bottle, right? It's there, right? So, but the problem is, once Shabbos starts and the Kli is in that state, no matter what my das is, if Shabbos started with that, that's it. Okay? If it started with that state, it'll be it. I can't adjust that state.
That's not the das. That's the state of the Kli Shabbos.
Okay, 1 second. So now what's my focus between Isser and Mias?